We're looking at live pictures at 8:52 in the morning of Arlington National Cemetery in Virginia, where lie more than 300,000 casualties and veterans of every American war, from the American Revolution right through to Iraq and Afghanistan. President Trump and the First Lady will visit Arlington today to participate in a National Veterans Day observance ceremony. Arlington National is our nation's most hallowed ground, of course, the historic resting place bearing witness to the military service and sacrifice of men and women in uniform across our history. Today, America celebrates veterans on this Veterans Day, a day meant to honor all those who have served us and sacrificed for us in the military. Also, the anniversary of the armistice that ended World War I in 1918. And on a day that focuses on our veterans and their service to the country, we welcome the chairman and CEO of the Fisher House Foundation, Ken Fisher. The foundation is known for its network of 90 comfort homes where families of ill or injured veterans and service members can stay when a loved one is receiving treatment far from home. Ken, good morning. It's great to see you. Thank you again this year for all the great work you and your organization do. I just want to put out some numbers for people. I mentioned 90 comfort homes. Over 30 years, you've housed 400,000 military families, 9.5 million total days of free lodging. So for people who are not familiar with the Fisher House, how does it work exactly? That's no small task to keep 90 facilities up and running all the time.
Willie, thanks for having me. First, let me say that Fisher House is a public-private partnership that's worked for 30 years, and it shows that public-private partnerships can work. The way it works is that we work with the military and the VA, and we're gifted land temporarily. We build a Fisher House, varying in size, and then we gift it back to whichever branch they're going to serve. There are, as we said, 91 is coming this month in Huntington, West Virginia. And the way we've run this foundation has been more or less like a public company. We treat our donors as shareholders, and the dividends of the houses and what they've done, which has been fairly significant over 30 years. It's been a real privilege for me to lead this foundation, and I would love for my Uncle Zach, who founded this, to come back and see what seeds he planted, how they've grown. Well,
I was going to take you back there, Ken. How did this idea originate 31 years ago? Where did it come from? What was the need you saw? Because the need is still there. You're building another one that opens next month, but there's room for growth here, too.
Yes, there is. It started, as I said, 30 years ago when my Uncle Zach was made aware of this basic yet underappreciated need that families of our wounded, sick, and injured servicemen, women, and veterans had no place to stay when their loved one was in the hospital. Now, military families make sacrifices and bear burdens that the average American has no concept of. I mean, even today, with the plight of the military family in the light, we still don't really understand. And when a family member is in the hospital, under normal circumstances, it's traumatic. But imagine a family coming from across the country to a place where their loved one is in the hospital. They don't know where they're going. They don't know where they're going to stay, and they don't know how they're going to pay for it. So having free lodging available to them through the foundation has been something that's been really important for them because it removes that stress. But also within the houses, a support system forms, Willie. And this was a byproduct that we weren't sure what was going to happen when we put these many families in one house. But the families started to support each other. They started to lean on each other. They share the joy of the good days, the sorrow of the bad days, because not every story has a happy ending. But in the end, having this support system makes them better caregivers and ultimately makes the patient a better patient.
It's such an important part of the equation. Ken, I work with a group called Operation Mend at the UCLA Medical Center out in LA, and they have buddy families. So as you say, you have people coming from all over the country, whether they're flying from upstate New York to LA or from Arkansas or Texas to LA, and you've got a family, a spouse and children who need to be looked after and cared for almost as much as the patient does. So what you're doing is so important. And what else do you think our veterans need right now? Where else should we be focused on this Veterans Day? As we were talking about with the Congresswoman earlier, the daily churn of news over these last 4 or 5 years has been such that, regrettably, sometimes veterans' issues are pushed to the back burner. So where should our focus be right now?
Well, I think today is a perfect place to start. If there's ever a bipartisan issue, it's this. We are in a divided country, there's no doubt. But if we can't get together on veterans' issues, especially now, with this pandemic raging and quarantining and isolation, there are veterans that are home suffering in silence, and their families are suffering as well. And I think it's up to us to keep this dialogue going, to press our public officials, to keep the dialogue going, to keep this issue in the forefront. Too often, veterans' issues get put out during election time and then get buried. And we have to make sure that these issues stay in the forefront. The veteran suicide rate is unacceptable. And the situation as far as post-traumatic stress and traumatic brain injury is something that is going to stay with us for a while and is going to affect us for years to come. So it's time today should be a perfect starting point for us to keep these issues going and to make sure that these veterans that are suffering in silence have a method to come forward and receive the treatment that is available, Willie, because there is great treatment available.
Yeah, that's right. A lot of it is awareness, and we should point out that the COVID crisis has hit veterans particularly hard, so we need some focus on the VA as well. Chairman and CEO of the Fisher House Foundation, Ken Fisher, thank you for being here today, and thank you for the continued great work you and your team do. Good to see you.
Thank you, Willie. Good to see you.
Thanks for checking out MSNBC on YouTube, and make sure you subscribe to stay up to date on the day's biggest stories. And you can click on any of the videos around us to watch more from Morning Joe and MSNBC. Thanks so much for watching.